Welcome to the third lesson of the course Big Data and Analytics. In this lesson, we will see how to search for information in a relational database. We have seen previously how clinical data are organized in tables and how information is linked to the so-called primary key. To actually visualize the clinical data in a database, we need a computer program that is different from those you usually work with in your clinical activities. Now, the question is, where can we obtain the software for doing this task? We can take advantage of freely available software applications that are available on the internet for the Windows system to demonstrate in practice how to perform data inspection as well as data retrieval and processing from a clinical database. As we have seen in the last lesson, a relational database is composed of different tables in which the information of a single patient is linked to the primary keys. In this example, we have a table of patient data, one for visit data and one for laboratory test data. In each table, the name of different fields are reported. We have seen in the previous lesson how data are related within these data sets. If we select a given patient by its patient ID, we can select among the visits one of interest. Then, for this visit, we can identify the lab test results. Let's see now the actual data of these three tables. The actual data in an example of a clinical database are represented in these tables. From the patient data table, the first table, we can select a patient, in this case patient that has patient ID equal number 2. The patient last name is Bianchi. In this patient, we see that using the primary key patient ID, several visits are present in the visit table, and they are linked with this patient. Let's now select one visit, the visit with the date December 13th, 2021, to identify the corresponding data in the lab test. For this visit, we can see the primary key visit ID, that is number 21. Now, we can identify the lab test data using the primary key visit ID equal to 21, and we identify in the lab test table the ID number 55 and the corresponding row and records. The information we have obtained can be extracted from the database and used for clinical activities or evaluations, such as identification of the patient, production of a referral document, comparison of data from different visits, etc. What we would like to do now is to show to you how to perform this data inspection and extraction from a relational database. For this task, we need to use this clinical data set as an example and two freely available software applications. Now we are going to see how data inspection and selection can be effectively done using software applications, what we call a database management system, or simply DBMS. To practice yourself, you can also download the open source software SQL Server. This software is freely available online at the link reported in this slide. SQL Server is a software for Windows system. For more details on SQL Server installation, please follow the tutorial provided in the platform. This software application acts as a server to allow the generation of database and for database management. The second software we are going to use is SQL Server Management Studio. Simply, we call this application SSMS. You can download this software and install it on your computer using the link provided in this slide. This application will allow performing data management. You can follow a tutorial for installing and using SQL Server and SQL Server Management System Studio using the YouTube tutorial that you can access using the link that is reported here. At the end of this lesson, if you would like to use by your own the software we have been using, these are the links for the two freely available programs running on Windows system. This for the SQL Server and this is for the SQL Management System. You must download and install these programs, and you can use also the link reported to download the simple clinical dataset that we have used. Please note that the data are completely artificial and not belonging to real patients, visits or laboratory tests. Finally, if you are interested to learn more about SQL language, you can follow this online tutorial reported here. This ends lesson number 3, and we ask you to answer to the questions in the platform before proceeding to lesson number 4.